Travis Alexander's ex-girlfriend, Deanna Reid, and that's one of the big points. That's why Juan Martinez wanted her out there to talk about whether or not he was abusive in any way. Let's bring our experts back. Beth Karras, again, knows the case inside out. There she is, along with Jeff Gold. There they are. So, and Jeff, that's the argument, right? The defense is going to try and say, different woman, different relationship.
Well, I think the jury knows that, Mike. I mean, they get to see Deanna. They get to see that she had a normal relationship with Travis, and they have heard the sex tape and seen emails and texts as to Travis and Jodi, so they know that maybe when the girlfriend is normal, Travis is normal, and maybe when the girlfriend's a sex fiend, he's a bit of a sex fiend. They're getting that point. Got it.
All right, well, speaking of which, and this is where I don't think anybody's surprised Kirk Nurmi was going to ask Deanna Reid about their potential sex life, Travis and Deanna. But let's listen to it. I think some are thinking maybe he went over the line. You guys were in the courtroom. Let's listen to it, and we'll get your take.
Did he ever use phrases with you that you're the ultimate slut in bed?
No.
Did he ever call you a whore?
No.
A slut?
No.
A three-wonder?
No.
Did he ever tell you how he wanted to tie you to a tree and, quote, put it in your ass?
No.
Must have had a different relationship that he did with Miss Arias, correct?
Object, lack of foundation.
All right, there you go. Jeff, I'll start with you. First off, was there any reaction in the courtroom? You can see the disgust almost on Deanna Reid's face, but what about in the courtroom?
Well, as it was building up to this, there was some apprehension because you kind of felt for Diana, and at least Deanna, around me, there was a groan. It wasn't a loud groan, but there was a groan because you saw, why was he doing this to Deanna? Was that necessary? It was totally unnecessary. You could have done it in a different way. You didn't need to do it, and people felt uncomfortable. Did the jury feel just as uncomfortable? I don't know.
Right. And again, people that want to see justice, and they've seen a lot with this case, and we're going to continue. Again, hearing's supposed to be coming up about a half hour from now. We're taking your calls as well, by the way. Make you uncomfortable listening to it?
I felt dirty.
There you go.
I felt dirty inside, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and that's, let me get Jeff Golden on this. Jeff, and some folks are tweeting that as well, that here Jen K tweeted this, that he almost seemed to enjoy it. Bad move for the defense. Did you cringe in the courtroom? Do you think jurors might have been cringing inside to listen to this?
Absolutely, Mike. I cringed. Look, I'm a defense attorney. That's what I do every day. But you know what? If you want to make the point, you can ask, did he call you names? You know, did he berate you? You don't have to use those terms simply to get them over to the jury. There's a closing later. He'll be able to say those words again and make his argument. He did not need to make it to this witness. It was offensive to the listener, and listeners are jurors.
There you go. And that's the key question here. Again, it's open mic. That the jury may think, wait a minute, Travis Alexander was perfectly fine with a more, we'll say, traditional relationship. But then Jodi Arias comes onto the scene, and it's Katie bar the door.
You know, that is exactly the point that I got. I got that from the direct of her, and that cross-examination didn't make me think anything but disrespectful for the defense. There was really no reason for Kurt to do that. I don't know if Deanna's a good girl or a bad girl, but her testimony had nothing to suggest she deserved to be treated that way. Now, I'm not saying she needed to be treated like a lady, but she needed to be treated with human respect. Jodi is allegedly a liar and a murderer. Come after her as a liar and a murderer. There was nothing to suggest in the cross-examination that what would come out of it is Deanna was a liar or a sex fiend or anything else. So she should have been treated with respect, and I think the jury probably got that point.
All right. Many of our viewers agree with that assessment. Let's talk